Tonight, one local family is sharing their story with Fox 2's Randy Wimbley. He joins us now live with more. Randy, this family's story is so upsetting.
Yeah, and they're having a really tough time. And just before I spoke with Keith Gambrell, whose father and grandfather died from COVID-19, his mother, who's also suffering from the disease, was brought here to Henry Ford Hospital because her symptoms worsened. A father and grandfather are dead. A widow is spending her anniversary in the hospital. Her family is in mourning, wondering if some of their suffering could have been avoided.
We've been married 25 years, man. It's just not fair. But I say that's life.
It's been 2 weeks since COVID-19 claimed the lives of two of the men Keith Gambrell loved most. His grandfather, 76-year-old David Fowler, died at Henry Ford Hospital April 6. His father, 56-year-old Gary Fowler, would die just hours later.
So about 6:30 the next morning, my brother Troy calls me just screaming, "Daddy won't wake up, Daddy won't wake up." So I get over here as fast as I can because I stay in Northwest Detroit. I get over here as fast as I can. I go upstairs. My dad is sitting in the blue recliner next to the bed that him and my mom slept in. Just looks asleep, but he's blue. I just broke down, man. I just broke down.
Keith says his father should still be alive, but was turned away from receiving care and testing at Beaumontw Grosse Pointe, Detroit Receiving, and Henry Ford hospitals over the course of 3 days.
Like, my dad should have got the help as soon as he walked into the hospital and said he couldn't breathe. Like, you should have jumped on that man that said he couldn't breathe and made sure he couldn't breathe before you sent him home.
Keith says his mother, who later tested positive for COVID-19, spent 2 days at Henry Ford on a ventilator after being turned away for testing at care at Beaumontw Grosse Pointe.
My mom fever goes up to 102. We take her to Beaumont. There's a young lady in front of her, a Caucasian lady. She instantly complains about her stomach hurting from sushi from Grubhub, okay? They instantly take her to the back. She's in the back 5 minutes after she tells these people what's wrong. They get her information, get her insurance. Now it's my mother's turn to be checked out. Take her temperature. My mom gives her the prescription for the coronavirus that she got from her doctor to get tested for it because her husband just died and her father-in-law died from the virus less than 12 hours ago. They tell my mom, "Ma'am, there's nothing we can do for you here, but go home. Here's a piece of paper again. Go home and isolate yourself with your family. Come back if you really need our assistance."
Keith says now he and two of his siblings have tested positive for COVID-19.
I understand now why black people are the highest affected mortality rate with this, because we're being pushed home to die and affect our family.
Fox 2 reached out to Beaumont for comment. The health system provided a statement saying, COVID-19 is hitting southeastern Michigan particularly hard. As patients come to Beaumont for care during this extraordinary time, we're doing all we can to evaluate, triage, and care for patients based on the information we know at the time. When making care decisions, we do not discriminate against anyone based upon their gender, race, or any other factor. We grieve the loss of any patient to COVID-19 or any other illness. Keith's mother receiving care here at Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit. The Henry Ford Health System provided a statement which reads in part, given our dedication to putting patients first, throughout this pandemic, we have followed CDC guidelines related to testing and clinical care protocols. Henry Ford has also been a leader in addressing health disparities and driving true health equity as part of our core mission and values, and that work will continue. That statement from the Henry Ford Health System. In the meantime, there is a fundraising effort for the Fowler family to take care of some bills and support them in other ways. If you want to help out with that effort, we will have the information on our website, fox2detroit.com. Heel, Taryn.
My goodness, Randy, all of this is so troubling. When his father was turned away, was he given a reason? It sounds like he was showing symptoms, his mother as well.
Well, yeah, they said they were showing symptoms, and they went there and told the hospital staffers what they were dealing with. But for whatever reason, they were sent home. and his father died at home. His mother was able to go to Henry Ford for a while, was discharged, but now back here receiving treatment. So a very troubling turn of events. But as you heard from Beaumont, they say that they you heard the statement, and also the one from Henry Ford as well, but troubling on the surface nonetheless.